Happy Friday and welcome back to our podcast conversation entitled Seasons. And this week we have talked about the season of purification, a season where God is in an attempt to open up our hearts and to draw us into a deeper love of Him is purifying our hearts. And on Fridays in this podcast series, we talk about how to find God with us. And if we're going to find God with us in the midst of the season of purification, we're going to find God as the one who is lifting up the issues that need to be purified in our lives, you might say. Sometimes to find God with you in a season of purification requires us to remember that we're going to find God, you might say, as the one who's lifting up the things that perhaps we don't want to talk about. The temptation there is to push God away because we feel like He's getting too close, or we can push God away because maybe we don't want to talk about the things that we need to be purified from or of. It's real easy to find God with you in a season of purification because He often is the voice of truth that's lifting up the areas of our life that need to be either healed or reconciled with Him. I think the art for a lot of us, if we're going to experience God, which is maybe different than finding God, but if we're going to experience God with us, we have to know that the only reason He's doing what He's doing, the only reason He's lifting up the things that need to be purified is because He loves us, because He wants to be in relationship with us. And that's where we were on this past Monday, kind of talking through that together. Ask yourself today if you are in a season of purification, or to look back on those times in your life when God has lifted up the truth out of love. Have you responded well to that? Did you trust the voice of God that was trying to lead you to freedom? Or was there like a reaction, a pushback against Him because He was getting too close in our space, you might say? In those moments where we might be threatened, we may want to run away or get busy or whatever the classic patterns are of running from God. It's important for us to remember who God is. God is pure love. It's not what God does, it's who God is. And part of love is calling those that we love into freedom, into joy. And that's what God is doing when He purifies us. So just remember that as you find God with you in a season of purification. Come on back tomorrow as we'll talk about discernment in a season of purification as we get ready for the week and we look ahead to the next season that is awaiting us. But until that happens, enjoy Friday, enjoy the weekend that's coming up, and God bless you.